episode of Homestead Hideaway. We are continually updating our 1953 farmhouse. And one of the things that is a problem is they don't have the two-prong outlets. And here's a quick way on upgrading to a three-prong outlet and staying within code. With a two-prong outlet, you don't have the ability to plug in standard cords with the ground prong attached. And a lot of people just end up breaking those off, and that ends up being worse for the situation than just getting an adapter. So what we're going to do is we're going to update to these three prongs, but there is a way that we can do this legally within the National Electric Code and still stay in compliance. So what I'm going to do is walk you guys through it. Again, I am not advising you. I do have a background in electrical, but do your own homework. We cannot be responsible for anything you do electrically in your home. But just another thing that we're going to tackle here. So let's get going. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the power to all the outlets in this room. So I'm going to head to the electric panel and I'm going to shut it off. I already know which room it is, but in your case, you always want to verify. Or you can plug something in like a light or a fan, hit the breakers off, and that way you know that room is off, and then test each outlet. So let me go turn that breaker off and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I've turned off the main breaker, I'm going to confirm on each outlet I'm going to be working on to make sure it's dead. Okay, that one's dead. It's dead. Alright, the reason I check every single outlet is because you never know what happens. Theoretically, they should wire the whole room together, but you never know if somebody added an outlet and then just grabbed it from the opposite wall, and now that particular outlet is tied to a different circuit. So I always confirm every single outlet just to be safe. So the next step is I'm going to pull all the outlets out and I'm going to disconnect them, and then we're going to be able to meter the hot coming into the room. And I'll show you guys what happens after that. Okay, so now I have all the outlets pulled out of every single location, and the key is I've left all the wires out, making sure that they're not able to touch each other or short against the box. And what I'm going to do now is go turn the circuit back on, and I'm going to test each location and see which one has the feed wire feeding this room. So it's very important if you're doing this, if there's other people in your home, make sure they stay away from this, because one of these wires will get hot, and make sure that none of them are touching each other or have the capabilities of touching each other. So next thing, I'm going to turn on the breaker, and now we're going to test which one is feeding this whole room. Alright guys, so one of the wires in this room is hot, so I'm going to go around to each location and test it with my meter and see which one is feeding this room. Right there, I have my feed coming in. It's the wire coming in on the left side of the box, so I know this is where I'm going to put my GFI outlet, and that GFI is going to feed the rest of the outlets. You label each one of these other devices with a sticker that says no device ground, you're in compliance with the electric code. So this is about the cheapest way, without rewiring the whole house, to upgrade all of our outlets, and I'll show you guys as I go through and put the new outlets in. And I got a great tip for where to get GFI outlets at a great price. I actually shopped at the big box stores, and they're $10 to $13 a piece. I was able to get them for about $7.50 a piece, so great price. Alright guys, so I found out where my feed was coming into this room. The first outlet that I'm going to put in is a GFI outlet, which stands for ground fault interrupter, and this is going to make us compliant. I was able to find these, a box of 10 outlets for $75, which is about $7.50. I'm going to leave a link below. It's the cheapest I was able to find, and they are tamper resistant, and they are the GFI, so that was a really good price. The rest of the outlets in the run, I'm just going to use regular tamper resistant because it's a bedroom duplex receptacles, and they'll be protected by the GFI. So this is a quick, easy way. It's compliant with the NEC. As long as you label the front of these that there's no equipment ground. Just there's a little sticker that you can buy, and I'll link the picture of the sticker to let the next guy down the road know that there's no ground at this location, and if something happens, it'll be tripped by this GFI. So this is the outlet that feeds the whole room. These wires here, I've already disconnected the breaker. This is my in. This is my input. It's going to go to my line side, and then the load side is going to go off to the rest of the room. I've trimmed back the wires. They install right in the back of these outlets. It's not a whole lot of wire to work with here. And it's labeled on the back, hot is black and white is neutral. So we got the GFI installed. Now we're going to go through and put in all the standard outlets. They're not directional, so it doesn't matter which side is hot and which side is the line side and which side is the load side. That only matters with this GFI, and this is going to feed the rest of the room. So let's get the rest of the standard outlets in and we'll test the full circuit. The link below for those cheap GFIs that I was talking about, and now we do have this outlet here protected. This is the first one in the run. So this is GFI protected, and then we're going to put the stickers on the rest of them to let the next guy know that there's no equipment ground. So be sure to put that on to stay in compliance. And then you can see over here, these are all just standard outlets that any outlet can plug into. So this is about the quickest and cheapest way to update these outlets. The other way of doing it without the GFI would maybe be a GFI breaker, but those are really expensive. And this at $7.50 or whatever it is at the time of this video is the best way, in my opinion, to get these up to code. Alright, thank you guys for checking out another video here at Homestead Hideaway. My name is Rob, behind the camera is Sabrina, and thank you for joining us. Again, we're not responsible for your electrical work. Do your due diligence, make sure this is code in your area. This is per the NEC as of right now as recording this video. Hit subscribe, like this video, share, comment, do the whole thing. And stay tuned for our other videos about our homesteading and getting this place up to par. Thanks guys, we'll see you in the next one.